More than 2 million people visit the Black Hills of South Dakota every year. Most drive the scenic loops, snap a photo at Mount Rushmore, or squeeze in a stop at Wind Cave before moving on.
But this week, we're not doing what most people do.
We're Kalyn and Joseph, full-time RVers embracing a slower kind of travel this summer. And instead of just passing through this area, we're taking on a little-known challenge in Custer State Park, one that less than 1% of visitors attempt.
This turned into a lot more drama than we expected.
This was supposed to be fun. I'm not having fun anymore.
I'm not miserable, but I am soaked through.
It's a chance to see the Black Hills up close.
Just trying to get the best angles.
Oh my word. To hike through lesser known trails, spot wildlife on foot. Joseph, that's a really big one crossing the trail. And explore corners of the park we would have otherwise missed. I did not check the elevation on this. It's gotta be like 500 feet.
So did we complete the challenge, or did some confusing advice and hidden medallions derail our plans?
Let's just say it wasn't easy. I'm trying to have a good time.
Oh, I'm not. Well, I'm having a good time. I'm not having a good attitude.
This video is sponsored by Electric. All right, you want to take charge of the sandwiches?
Of course.
And I will make the trail mix because we're going hiking. So the last time that we were rolling through the Black Hills of South Dakota, it was early on in RV life, but we weren't filming. And when we were out for a hike, we came across, what are you looking for?
I'm just getting right in front of you.
We came across a medallion on the trail. And so that sent us down a little rabbit trail. I'm like, what is this? Why is it in the park? What does it mean? Well, it turns out Custer State Park has a summer and winter trail challenge. And the whole point of it is to get you out in the backcountry of the park, maybe on trails that aren't necessarily popular or ones you wouldn't think about, so that you can go get this medallion rubbing. And then when you're done with all the rubbings of all the trails that they have picked out for the year,
you get a pin!
You get a pin. And he wants a pin to go with his bear pin.
Everyone is going to receive one of these. This is our bear pin.
Stay 50 yards from the bears. That's what I learned.
I don't know. I'm more excited that we got diplomas. We can do this actually because of slow down summer. Every time we've traveled somewhere like this in the past, we're here just for a few days and then moving on. But because we're staying here longer this time, we're able to dedicate the time, because this isn't just 1 or 2 medallions. I believe it's 9 medallions that we're gonna try to get over the course of 4 days, and I have no idea how many hiking miles.
These are all the trails that we have to hike. And we have basically been doing some reconnaissance work. So there's a lot of flags. We've plotted them out in this map so you can see like where they are in the park. We're coming at this with a legit strategy. I got distracted. I've only done my peanuts for the trail mix.
I've got the sandwiches done.
I know, we need
I do
more
have some crumbs to clean up though.
Sunflower kernels. We need some chocolate chips, of course, and dried cranberries
That are
that
now
just fell
on the floor.
Today we're gonna do 3 of the 9 trails. I gotta make sure these ratios are right.
Did you get your ratio right?
Trail mix ratios are very, very, very important. I think we need more chocolate chips. Well, we're gonna try to do 3 trails today. We'll see if we can get them done. 2 of them are fairly short. One, I think, is 6 miles long.
Round trip, yes.
Round trip.
Yep.
We may not end up having to complete it though, depending on where the medallion is found. I don't know, is that cheating?
We've had that discussion. Well, one of the, and we'll cover this a little later probably, but one of the medallions is on what's called the Centennial Trail. And the Centennial Trail is something like 60 miles long. So I can tell you right now, we are not hiking the entire Centennial Trail to find this medallion.
We've got some crumb issues here that we need to take care of. And let's just get the elephant out of the room. I know, my black eye. What happened? If you missed last week's episode, well, you can go watch that and find out. But it had something to do with this little sweet girl. She's not wearing her t-shirt anymore. She got her sutures out and we're healing up pretty nice. All right, let's see it. Oh yeah. That looks very nice. Good job, puppy. Good job.
Now the crumbs are gone. Happy?
Very.
Chocolate.
Why are you bringing chocolate chips? I know we like them, but We do need some granola bars and then some apples.
I got the bladder. Do you want glow sticks? Do you want bear spray?
We do not, I don't think we need bear
Do
spray.
you want a compass?
I don't think we're going into the
You don't think we're going?
back country.
How about a poncho?
Well, the Black Hills are very, yeah, throw
We'll
me
take a poncho, mosquito net.
No, we're not in
Okay.
Alaska.
All right, Trin, you behave, girl. You keep Cody in line, okay? Keep Cody in line.
Because all of the trails are in Custer State Park, we decided to move from Hidden Lake Campground down in Hot Springs closer to the park. We're at a free boondocking spot
It's
in the Black
amazing.
Hills. Do you remember the name? Is it Spur Spring?
We'll put it on screen.
Something,
How about that? You're
something
close.
spring,
You're close.
but it's very nice and peaceful here.
So it's just a turnaround at the end of a single lane dirt road. You've got room for a rig up there. We're parked here. You could even potentially park one in between. It is super quiet, but right up there is a runway. We've been here for 4 days, I think, and we've had a total of 3 planes come in, but they come in low. There is a fee to get into this park. It's $25 if you're a non-resident, but it gives you a 7-day pass. But one of the things that I absolutely love that Custer State Park does is they have the gate station, but once you have your pass, once you have it stuck on your window, you don't have to go through the gate station. You literally can just breeze on by at 45, 50 miles an hour. You don't even have to wave at anybody. You don't have to show your pass. You're just in, and it's nice.
I forgot to download my maps before we came on my all trails. I'm just not, between the last episode and this one, like I feel like I'm a hiking newbie again.
The one thing we can't forget is this. This is more important than all trails, more important than the map, because you do not get your pin. Let's see if I can run into a tree. You do not get your pin unless you find the medallion, and then there's this blank side, and you're supposed to like rub something on it so that it leaves a raised impression of the medallion, and you have to have all 9 of them in order to get the pin.
Are you gonna tell people where to get the paper, or are you just keeping that a secret?
That's a secret.
Well, you can get it at the visitor center, which is where we got it, or you can get it at the park office. And if you're really nice to people, you can kind of cheat and ask where some of the medallions are. And I'm only saying that because that's what I heard.
The first hikes we're tackling today are the Lost Trails hike. Now, these hikes did not exist in the park until 2017. Actually, that's not right. They did exist before 2017. They existed back in the 1930s when the Civilian Conservation Corps built them, but that at some point along the way, they got lost to time. And in 2017, I don't know if it was a ranger or a tourist, discovered some of the infrastructure that had been like carved into the granite. So they did their best to recreate the trails, and they exist here today. Earlier on, we mentioned that there were 9 medallions that we're gonna have to get. And if you look at this list provided by the park, you're only gonna count 8. And we would have ended up in trouble if I had not gotten a haircut in town, because I went and got a haircut, and he said, you need to make sure you get all 9 medallions. And I was like, I feel like there's only 8 trails. He's like, notice the S on the end of the Lost Trails. There are 2 Lost Trails and apparently 2 medallions. So my barber saved us, because we totally would have gotten like all the way, done 8, tried to turn it in for a pin.
And wouldn't have gotten a pin. And
that-
you would have been very, very sad.
Would have been very sad. Do we want to go to the Overlook first? Do the loop trail.
I feel like the medallion is going to be at the Overlook. I just have a hunch. So let's go there first, because I really want to get our first rubbing.
Is this a hunch, or is this like inside information?
No, it's not inside information. I would put it at the Overlook.
Okay, this is just a hunch.
I see a hill we have to climb.
We started off with a good one.
I did not check the elevation on this. It's gotta be like 500 feet. See if it's in one of these rocks.
I think this is the Overlook.
Is it?
Well, there's the lake.
Where's the medallion?
So you looked back there?
I did.
I have never been more nervous of my husband vision in my life than I am today.
Right, because we have to climb back up here if we don't find it.
Right, if it's not there, if it's there and I just overlooked it, I'm in trouble.
The people at the park office did say it's not like they hid it. So I'm banking on that it's gonna be easy to spot.
But what Kalyn is not understanding is the true effect of husband vision. And that is, husband vision, something can be completely easy to spot. Like the ketchup can be right there on the front of the refrigerator. And I can open it up. Where's the ketchup? Please let me know I'm not the only one with husband vision.
And it's raining. Went from sunny to rain. But that has been the weather in the Black Hills. You literally cannot plan anything. Don't even bother to look at the forecast because there's something about the weather patterns here that are just different. And so you'll get sun when you think it's gonna rain. You get rain when you think it's gonna be sunny. You never know. At least we packed a poncho. Hey, hey, hey. This says Custer State Park Trail Challenge. Near this sign is one of the medallions for the trail challenge. There it is! The Lost Trails! Our first medallion! This is way exciting.
I'm really grateful for that sign.
Me too!
Because we totally
I would have walked past this.
We would have waltzed right past it.
Yep. All right, well, let me get my paper out and make sure it's not all...
Here, we gotta dry off the medallion.
There we go. Ready?
I don't like this stick. Oh, this might be better. There we go.
You got it?
Where's the medallion?
Is it working?
Kind of.
Kinda.
I'm really worried I'm gonna tear the paper. In fact, I already did in one spot.
No, we can't. This is our first one. Should we get it rock? Well, we took a picture just in case, because the words are not coming on us, and I don't know if the symbols are different.
I think the symbols are different, because I think I've seen like a buffalo and whatnot, plus a compass makes sense for the Lost Trails.
So we're not going to have a paper left by the time we're done. Trail number 1 in the books. This is what we just completed, including the overlook. So the other Lost Trail is this one, but the Grace Coolidge Trail, which we have to do, is kind of off of that. So I'm thinking we follow this trail all the way down until we find the medallion and then make our way back and finish the loop. Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds good to me.
It's just like,
the rain is miserable. I'm just gonna say it flat out. I'm gonna complain about the weather because
I'm trying to have a good time.
Oh, I'm not. Well, I'm having a good time. I'm not having a good attitude.
But do you see this cautionary tips for hiking this area? Thunderstorms containing hail, strong winds, lightning, and rain are frequent during the summer months. And we are in the summer months.
And just so you know, rain when sunshine is predicted is also common in the Black Hills.
Do you want to kind of like eat our sandwiches and lunch in the truck since we're back at the parking lot before we head on the other trail?
That's a good idea, and maybe the rain will stop.
I say we'd come back another day and film the rest of them, but we're not guaranteed.
It would rain that day too.
It would rain.
The best day as far as the weather forecast was concerned was today, tomorrow, and the next day.
Yeah,
but
we've already said throw the forecast out. I think I'm definitely putting on the poncho for the next... Is that okay?
It is completely fine.
We only have one, I think.
I'm just hoping it stops raining. But it does not look promising.
PB&J.
No, oh yeah.
Custer State Trail Challenge.
1 down, 8 to go. All right, lunch is done. We are ready to start trail number 2. Have the rubbing sheet. And Kalyn.
I'm trying out the poncho.
She's embracing the rain life.
Hear all the crackles?
Yeah, that's gonna be great audio. You look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Because I've got my bag. I think we bought an extra large to cover a backpack. Because I feel like the last time I wore this, we were in Glacier National Park and it was hailing. That's what I remember.
And my backpack was all the camera gear, and we're deciding, since it's raining, we're just gonna go cell phone. And so Kalyn gets the backpack.
Just don't slip on this.
The sky looks like it's starting to let up. I'm not miserable, but I am soaked through. Like, there's not dry parts of me right now.
I feel bad that
No.
I'm wearing the poncho.
Don't
and
feel
you're
bad.
not.
You're wearing the backpack, so it all
Okay.
evens out. And in case you haven't guessed it, no medallion yet.
And look at the rocks. Like, this is what is so iconic, I think, about the Black Hills, is just all the rocks stacked on top of each other. I see blue sky over there. Do you see that?
Where's the blue sky?
Right through the
Oh,
trees.
wow.
Yeah, that's what's coming for
Come
us.
on. Come on, blue sky. The sun!
Maybe you'll dry out now.
Do I see it?
I just found medallion number 2.
That means you found 2 of them. I found none of them so far. Aha, I was right. It is
Oh, it is a different design.
Yep.
Okay, well that's helpful. It's a little
damp-ish.
damp.
So we're just gonna try this again.
Yeah, that doesn't look like anything.
But you can see Grace, Coolidge,
Okay.
Walk-in,
Yeah.
Fish, like
And you can see the little swirl.
on the thing, it's like writing utensils are not provided. Get creative, use nature. When I'm trying to use nature, I'm tearing the piece of paper
You're
up.
getting worked up.
I
It's
know.
okay. It's
Because
okay.
I'm frustrated. I had this vision in my head that this thing was going to look really nice. It's going to have the cool rubbings, and it just looks dumb. This is going to be entered in the competition for worst trail rubbings from the park ever.
Do you mind
Not at
taking
all.
this for a little bit? My shoulders are hurting. And here, I can take my poncho back.
Oh, I thought you were going to take the camera.
I can take the camera. This just still needs to dry out.
Don't get water on the rubbing paper that's in the pocket there.
Oh, I forgot it was in there.
It's in pristine condition.
Oh yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Don't fall. The sky is getting darker, which means we might be rained on again. Yay! And we still haven't found the 3rd medallion yet.
It's raining over there pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if it's coming this way.
it might be. It would be just our luck.
It is because you took this off. Well, I'm starting to get a little worried actually, because we haven't come across it yet, and we are more than halfway up the back side of this lake. We've been down the other side already. I'm beginning to wonder if my barber is at home laughing that he sent me down a wild goose chase. You starting to believe me yet? Now, this would be a cool spot for one.
Oh, there's a blue heron down there.
Huh. But not a medallion.
Well, this is the parking lot, but there is another little trail to the left here that maybe is the Lost Trail continued. What does that sign say?
That's what I'm looking. No glass containers or pets beyond this point. Very helpful.
Well, let's go to the park office
Okay.
and see what they
And
say.
we can come back here.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing any blue blazes.
Yeah, this isn't, according to the map, this is not the Lost Trail. Lost Trail was attached to the Grace Coolidge Trail.
Yep.
That's how it was clearly marked at the corners. So,
And it's raining again, so
let's get back to the park.
yeah.
Are there 8 medallions or 9?
Oh, there are 8. There are 8.
8. Okay. So there's only 1 for the Lost Trails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you find? You found
We found it, but then we
We
went
had-
and did the whole
We
other
had-
one.
We had somebody tell us in Custer, he was either didn't know what he was talking about or was selling me a bill of goods as a tourist. Because he's like, people get to the office to get their medallion and they only have 8 because they didn't get the 9th one from the other Lost Trail.
Oh,
And I'm like,
we're doing it too, and there's 8.
I think we have the official answer. We just talked to some park volunteers who have done a lot of the hiking as well and are trying to do, it sounds like they're trying to get the medallion and whatnot. There are only 8 medallions. There's only 1 for the Lost Trail.
So you got lied to.
So I have a bone to pick with my barber. He did a great job on the haircut. He actually did a straight razor shave and he sold me a bill of goods.
You're gonna be okay.
It's day 2.
We are ready to get our 3rd medallion of 8. Now that we
not
know,
9.
Not 9, now that we know that there is 8, we only got 2 yesterday, there was the whole hubbub. We're here at Creekside Trail, and the reason why we have our e-bikes, which Joseph still has to clean off because they're extremely dusty from the national forest roads, is it is a paved trail. So it's very accessible, like wheelchair accessible. You can rollerblade on it, you can ride bikes on it. It is 5 miles one way, 10 round trip, but we're gonna take it till we find our 3rd medallion. I do not want dust on my butt. This is a very busy road that we have to cross here. Can we go? Can we go?
We're good one way.
Ah!
Yeah.
No, I panicked.
We got cars now.
I screwed it up.
Okay, one more car.
After this one,
Good to go.
okay. There we go.
That was an actual telephone booth.
Still in use?
I don't know. It was there. All right, where's the trail
is this
start?
it right here?
Here's
No.
the trail. Let's stop. And
To the left.
Let's stop and look at the sign.
Yeah.
I feel like yesterday we showed you where we were going. So today we're here. We're going up to there and then back again.
And we're following the same creek that we walked yesterday. This is the same Grace Coolidge Creek.
Just further down.
Well, yesterday was very rainy and only had a 15% chance of rain. Today there is 0% chance of rain, but again, you never know.
I risked it. No coat, no rain jacket. We do have the rain jacket for Kalyn just in case, but I think our chances are pretty good. Kalyn and I were talking this morning about how for 6 years we hauled some form of bike on the back of the RV and we got almost 0 use out of them. In fact, the only time we got real use out of our bikes, I think, was Mackinac City.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spent a summer in Michigan, and for that summer, we actually rode the trails, used our bikes, but then we hauled those same bikes back and forth to Alaska, and I don't think we took them off the RV once.
I can't remember. Like, if someone can remember from when they watched our Alaska series, do we ever take them off?
I don't think we did, and so that's why we sold them when we got back to New York. But these e-bikes have been like the perfect excuse and the perfect way to get out and explore trails. And since we've had them, we have gone on 4 rail trails. We've pulled them off and I rode them into town and back a couple times.
Yeah, we've used them a lot more.
I think we've already gotten more use out of these bikes than we did maybe our last bikes altogether. In fact, I've gone 86 miles so far on this e-bike and I've only owned it since January. Kalyn's hair fell out. So while she's fixing
Oh
that,
my word. Seriously?
let me tell you really quick why we picked the e-bikes that we have. We have the electric 750 Express bikes. Kalyn has the step through. I've got the, I'm going to call it the normal one. It's not the step through. And we picked these ones because they are the most like a normal bike when it comes to riding. When you're riding it, you feel like you're just riding a normal bike. But if this is too big for you, Lectric has tons of options. They have smaller bikes, they have foldable bikes. If you want to carry cargo with you, they've got bikes that can carry cargo. If balance might be an issue, you want something a little bit more stable, they have trikes.
I'm gonna put a QR code on the screen up here and a link in the description to our specific bikes. We love them so much and they really have changed the way we explore. Look at these cute little cabins. I think we go left, hon.
You see a trail? Oh, there is a trail there. You're right.
Yeah, wrong way. Why are you filming? Okay.
Because you doing your hair has become part of this episode.
The braid is going away. We're just gonna do a low bun because I'm tired of it. Try to look cute.
You look cute.
It doesn't work.
Here, I gotta redo my hair. All right, we're good. I'm not 100% sure where, well, there's a map here, so we'll see.
I'm so confused because we're at the visitor center. This path does not continue. I'm at a loss right now.
I guess we could go up to the visitor center because maybe there's one like
Maybe the
right
medallion's
there.
up there.
Otherwise, we missed it.
We missed it. Which I would say is our MO, but there wasn't one on the second Lost Trail.
I'm gonna go in and ask, see if there's a hidden part of the Creekside Trail that we're missing. Hello, do you work here, Bouncy? I have a random question.
Yeah, of course.
We just did the Creekside Trail.
Okay.
It ends here?
Yes, it does end here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did not find the medallion. Are we blind?
It is past.
Well,
So, apparently we're just bad at this because we rode right past it.
really?
I know the general area of where it is. She said it's between the store
Okay.
and the park office.
Oh.
So somewhere in that section,
That was a short section.
somewhere in that section, we just breezed right past it. Maybe we were too busy filming.
Maybe.
We might have
I
been
wonder
tied
if we
us up
caught it on footage accidentally.
It'll be hilarious if we did.
All right, let's try this again. Thank you.
All right, the general store.
This is the store. Let's keep our eyes
Let's
open.
Do nothing but look. How in the world did we miss this thing? I think I see it up here.
Yeah?
I think so. Ah, shoot.
Did you think it was?
I thought the glisten
Oh.
from that, like it was, I was seeing glisten off the top and it was just that mica. And I saw this in the corner, which made me think that was the sign saying, hey, it's in this area. But
That's the park store.
That's the park office.
Or park, yeah, office.
I am so befuddled right now. I have no idea where this thing is.
Well, let's just take our bikes up there and then we're gonna keep riding between the two.
Oh my goodness. Kalyn, nope, that's a knot in the wood. Nope, that's just a sign. All right, I'm gonna go in the park office.
I feel like we're cheating.
I feel like we're dumb. Hello. I've been better. I'm either dumb or blind. One of those are one of the only two options. So we're doing the hiking challenge. For the life of us, we cannot find the medallion on this trail. So we biked the whole distance of the Creekside Trail and asked at the visitor center, we're like, did we miss it? And they said it was between the store and here.
The medallion?
The medallion on the Creekside Trail.
not know.
You do not know.
I did not know.
Is there no one here that would know?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you. No, you're fine. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
No. She wondered if it might be down by the bridge, but I was like, we just checked. This turned into a lot more drama than we expected.
This was supposed to be fun. I'm not having fun anymore. Did the visitor center lady sound sure?
She sounded very sure.
So I guess we just keep riding until...
You want to do this section again?
I guess. I don't know what else to do because I wouldn't want to go back
Right.
and then come all the way back here. I just came down that hill. What do you know? That's right there. So it's not between the park store or the park office and the general store. It's before the park office, before the boardwalk. But at least we know it exists. There's a sign right here.
You know, I don't think we were really looking yet.
Were we not?
This point, it may be our last bikes altogether. In fact, I've gone 86 miles so far on this e-bike, and I've only owned it. Medallion.
You're like gonna kiss it.
I just can't believe, like, of all the ones,
Here's your charcoal.
this was supposed to be the easy one. Oh, did we tell people about the charcoal?
No, yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, in case I edit that out, this was from a forest fire, and I found it, and I'm like, let's try that because the rocks ain't working.
Joseph, I don't have the paper. Did you grab it off my desk?
Are you kidding?
I'm sorry, I can't keep a straight face.
I'm gonna take the battery out of your bike and, and ride back. And if you can make it by the time we leave, you don't have to pedal
I'm trying
back
to
over.
say it and I can't stop smiling. Over the next few days, we hiked and hiked and hiked some more. We checked off the gorgeous Legion Lake Trail, which is an easy half-mile loop around a stunning lake framed by towering rock formations.
Found it.
Next, we tackled the 1.5-mile Stockade Trail.
It's a lollipop.
A little bit tougher, but totally worth it for the views we got at the top. Trinity joined us for the Prairie Trail, a scenic 3-mile loop weaving through woods and grasslands. And then there was the Centennial Trail, over 100 miles long in total, but thankfully park rangers pointed us to the best trailhead for our challenge. Even so, it took us a while to track down the medallion on that one. We found it! As we were headed back, we turned a corner and saw not just one, but a small group of bison blocking the path.
We'll keep our distance. We won't pet the fluffy cows.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about Trinity going after them.
I've got her.
Joseph, that's a really big one crossing the trail. Unfortunately, that wasn't our only run-in. While we were gone, a whole herd decided to make our truck the perfect scratching post, with dusty evidence all over the sides. With 7 trails behind us and the finish line in sight, we woke up the next day ready to take on this last hike standing between us and victory. Of course, we saved the most strenuous trail for last. This is Little Devil's Tower Trail. We're supposed to get a really great view at the top. It's only 3 miles round trip, but the only trail that was strenuous, and we've already been hiking for 3 days. It's also extremely crowded today on a Tuesday.
So the people back there are talking about something which got me to thinking, have you just given up on all trails now?
Thing is, it drains my battery really quickly, and that I'm using my phone to record right now on the trail. And so I didn't pack an extra battery pack for my phone. What is my phone battery at?
I can't tell.
You can't tell.
We'll look in a minute. But because we messed up on the first hike.
Right.
And then I haven't seen you pull all trails out
Well,
since,
because
so.
some trails we haven't done to like full completion, and so I don't feel like I get to check that off in all trails because I haven't completed the full trail. So
I'm just hearing lots of excuses. I think I'm gonna have to pick up a Garmin watch because your Garmin watch doesn't have the ability
doesn't have the trail thing
to keep track of mileage on a trail, but the more manly looking watch does. So maybe I'll have to take, what's the word I'm looking for?
Get one, buy one. Like
maybe I'll have to take the responsibility for keeping track of our trail
okay.
mileage going forward if I get one of those watches. And good news, your phone battery is completely charged.
Yes.
The more important question is, did you bring the paper
Yes.
and whatever we're using to rub this last time?
Yes. Watch out for that root. It'll get up and snatch ya. Maybe you should walk forward from now on.
That's a good idea.
I think I know why they say this is strenuous. It's very rocky for one, but it is basically all uphill. All right, this is trail number 4, which we've been taking up. That goes to Black Elk Peak. I almost tripped. Highest point in South Dakota. If you have time to do it, it's pretty cool. We're not doing it on this trip because our trail medallion is on Little Devil Tower Trail.
Which, incidentally, is a trail that we have not done before. We have done Black Elk Peak, and from the top of that one, on a clear day, you can see, I think it's 3 states. I'll correct it on the screen if I'm wrong, and you can see the backs of the heads of Mount Rushmore.
Which you're supposed to be able to on this one as well, and see Black Elk Peak.
I did not know that.
Yes, that's
Sweet.
what I read in the little booklet.
See, she does the reading. I'm along for the hike.
Looks like there's a fire up here or something.
Very.
Wow, look at all those trees. Were you gonna say something?
Nope, I'm good.
No, you don't? Are you sure?
Yep.
The camera's rolling, you can say something.
Nope, I'm good.
You know you wanna talk.
Nope.
He wants to say, shut up, Kalyn.
What I wanted to say is it was weird because it was just like one tiny area.
See? I knew you wanted to say something. I knew it. I just realized in the midst of like taking photos and video, I have not been paying attention to where the medallion is. I'm assuming it would be at the top, but we have made assumptions before in this challenge and not been correct, so we'll see. That's interesting.
This just got
I think, so we go down here, and then I think we have to squeeze through that, right? Oh, we have to go up through that little hole.
That'll be fun.
You can do it first.
Okay, that wasn't so bad. Just trying to get the best angles.
Oh my word. Ooh, tight squeeze again.
I'm gonna go this way.
Woo, I almost fell backwards.
This is quite the endeavor here at the end.
Quite the rock scramble.
I'm out of breath.
It's a strenuous hike.
It is, they are not kidding
Accurately titled.
when they said strenuous.
Up. No joke.
I found it!
You found the medallion, the final medallion?
I found the final medallion.
Where is it?
Right there.
So it was at the top.
And I also found Black Elk Peak.
Oh yeah, because there's a little fire tower up there.
Yep.
I am curious, what is the design on Little Devil's Tower?
It's a mountain sheep or
Mountain
goat.
goat stuff
Yeah.
with a little baby? I haven't seen mountain goats here.
Have not.
Wow, look at that though. I think that might be the back of Mount Rushmore.
I think you're
That
right.
little thing.
Their heads lose a lot of definition on the
Yes,
backside.
they
They just kind of become very square and rocky.
But you got Black Elk Peak, Mount Rushmore maybe. Gorgeous views over here. Black Hills are amazing.
Hey, Kalyn, can you complete the Custer State Park Trail Challenge?
I think we did!
All right, let's get the final
All right.
rubbing.
We wanted to do something different for every single rubbing. So for this last and final one,
We had to dig deep.
we did.
We had to dig really deep.
Here, wait, I got worried again, but no, we've got it. Okay, I am using a lipstick. Not a color I use quite often, so we'll see how this works. It's waxy, right? Like a crayon.
So let's review what we did, because I don't know that we've reviewed everything what we did.
We haven't.
So the top half is all natural elements. So we have a dirty stick.
Yep.
We have a rock. We have charcoal.
Charcoal wood.
Yep. And then we did a
Pine cone. Yep.
And then for the bottom, we did a pencil, which by far
That was probably the
was
best.
the best.
Then I did a Crayola Twistable.
Yep.
Which is like kind of crayon-like.
And we did a marker, which is the
Sharpie.
absolute worst. And now we got to find out how lipstick does.
it feels warm. I'm worried it melted on the way up.
You want to do the honors?
Can I?
You can do
Is
the
that
honors.
okay? Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, I can see something.
You can?
I think
I
maybe.
don't know. I don't think so. This is a really bad idea. It's just smearing. Oh no. Oh no. Lipstick does not work. Picture time, because they're not going to know that that's a mountain
You
goat.
need to put the lipstick there too, so that they can see that we were here with that lipstick.
Did it work?
No. There we go. We did it!
We did
We
it!
did it! And I think we're gonna give them the worst rubbings that they have ever gotten in order to get the pin.
Probably the most,
Creative?
yes.
We're gonna have to ask.
Now, all we have to do is go down to the visitor center or park office.
Get our pin!
Get our pin. You can put it right next to your bear pin.
We took photos of everyone so that when they see
Just
the
in
red
case.
blob, they know that we actually did go get the rubbing.
Overall, I feel like Custer State Park Trail Challenge, you guys did your job, because this was an amazing way to explore the park.
Absolutely. There's spots we went to that we would not have gone
No.
without the trail challenge, and I just think it's a great way to get in the backcountry, explore, and see the park.
So next week, make sure you subscribe,
Mash that button.
because we are gonna go to, did you almost trip?
I almost fell.
We're gonna go to a geological feature, an iconic formation that we have not seen in the last 6 years of travel, which is very surprising. You've probably seen it. So we'll see you guys next Friday.